With the technology prepped and ready, the team scouts the area before nightfall, looking for ideal locations to place camera traps.
If these creatures do in fact exist, our ultimate goal is to capture video and DNA evidence. But without knowing exactly which tree to look behind at any given moment, it's a daunting task. There are many caves and lava tubes in this area. My thought is that these creatures might use these for shelter, or even use the tubes themselves for travel. The AquaView camera system, coupled with a remote control platform, should give us a better look at some of the ledges and overhangs we can't quite reach. These creatures reportedly can climb steep cliffs with little effort, and a place that is inaccessible to humans may be an ideal spot to install a remote surveillance system.
Down at the bottom now. Stop!
With the cameras in place, the team is ready for nightfall. On a previous expedition in Whitehall, New York, several of the team members heard what sounded like chest beating in response to coyote calls.
There was a series of thumps. They were so fast and so close together, I didn't count how many there were. I guess maybe the coyote call is a good one to use. Kind of odd.
Could there be a relationship between these creatures and coyotes?
Oh,
There
look,
he is
there
again.
he is.
Real time.
Oh, look at that. He's right. Oh, he just lifted his head up. We were just down here like 5 minutes ago, and I heard something, and it kind of freaked me out, so we ran up. Look at his eyes.
Live, real time. And there he is.
Coyotes could very well lead us to the creature we're looking for.
On a previous expedition in Whitehall, New York, several of the team members heard what sounded like chest beating in response to coyote calls. Could there be a relationship between these creatures and coyotes? The Encounters team has come to Mount St. Helens in Washington State to discover the truth behind the legend of the Mountain Devil. Interestingly, it also resembles eyewitness accounts of creatures as far away as New York State and Louisiana.
This area is incredibly rugged, full of caves and lava tubes. If these creatures use underground tunnels as regular travel routes or shelters, there might be evidence left behind. Footprints, feces, hair samples, or other signs of habitation. There's only one way to find out.
How far back do you think we are now?
About a quarter of a mile.
Are there cave spiders in here?
Where there's water, there's life, and there's a lot of water dripping in here.
A lot of sightings and reports of screams and footprints around these caves, entrances. Maybe they use them.
I don't see any evidence of bioluminescence in this cave, Rick, so if these creatures use these lava tubes for travel, how do you think they do it?
Well, not all of them are this long or this dark.
There was a fork right back here, so if you guys want to take the left-hand fork and I'll continue on
Okay.
down this way and Man, there's a lot of bats in here.
So far, the only sign of life Autumn sees are rodents, both with wings and without.
Rick, Matt, do you copy?
Yeah, we copy.
You guys find anything?
No, we found nothing of interest. How about you?
Nothing here. I'll meet you guys back at the entrance.
Alrighty, we'll see you up there.
Autumn surveys the area with a micron thermal imaging camera from a vista above the Lahar, while fellow team member Matt uses a 4th-generation Starlight scope.
There's certainly more coyotes out here than probably anything else at that predation level.
Yeah, it's a spooky place. It looks like a moonscape.
It is. Well, that's the effects of a big ash and mud flow from a volcano, which is what a lahar is. With the thermal camera, you'll be able to see a little bit further if there's any life out there moving around.
Swing your goggles around here down to the bait station. Let's see if those coyotes came back.
Although there was no visible wildlife except for this coyote at the moment, a sweep of the area for tracks might still reveal evidence.
Well, this looks like a coyote track right here.
Yeah, we saw this. We saw these coyotes earlier on the Bounder camp. Richard came up with a unique technique for track hunting in the dark by simply strapping lights to our ankles.
The best way to see a track is with a very shallow angle light.
This method makes any impression more noticeable than in the daylight.
The team decides to use an audio lure that will carry for many miles. At a nearby lake, they broadcast what are claimed to be the strange calls of this unknown creature.
And up in the air we go.
This powerful sound blaster will repeat the recording every 15 minutes. Meanwhile, listening teams are stationed along the shore, ready to record a response.
Team 1, do you copy?
Copy that. Was that a return call?
Sounded like one to me.
Yeah. Whoa.
What was that?
Boat team, we heard what sounded like a return call. Did you guys pick that up out there? Over.
Sounded like it came from that side of the mountain over there.
It was a long scream that went kind of... It was really breathy.
Whatever that scream was, it didn't sound human.
With a faint response heard, the team must get closer to the origin of the response area. Mountain bikes are now readied and equipped with still and video cameras. Autumn's helmet is equipped with a camera as well to capture anything she sees.
Wait, I need to adjust this.
After examining the Freeman video extensively, I've come to the following conclusions.
County, Washington, attempting to collect evidence of the Encounters team has spent the past week in Skamania County, Washington, attempting to collect evidence of the existence of a huge, hairy, man-like creature known as the Mountain Devil. After painstakingly reviewing every single tape, team members concluded every encounter scene was with an identifiable animal native to this forest. The Encounters team was also presented with existing physical evidence. An intriguing videotape shot by Forest Service employee Paul Freeman. Dr. Jeff Meldrum is an expert in anatomy.
One of the interesting things about the Freeman video is it also provides a fair amount of context. We know where the location is. Its scale, anywhere from between 7 and 7.5 feet in height based on the surrounding vegetation. The way the light plays off the hair makes it look definitely like animal hair, not some fabricated costume fur. There is the reservation about the coincidental encounter by this single eyewitness. In one of these parting shots, there's an unnoticed segment where the individual appears to be scooping up an infant, and one sees two dark, dangling objects that move of their own volition as this apparent infant is hoisted up by the video subject. So all these things taken in balance make for a very compelling piece of video evidence.
The witnesses we interviewed steadfastly believe that they've seen a large unknown primate species living near the slopes of Mount St. Helens. The same elusiveness that would be crucial to these creatures' survival makes it difficult to prove or disprove its existence. But with sightings happening all over the country, there is no shortage of reports to investigate. The Encounters team and the Bounder RV are off to yet another mysterious encounter.